Launched in 2020, the Agro-Industrialization Program under the National Development Plan 3 is Uganda's blueprint driving the commercialization of the agriculture sector. The program is driven by 5 sub-programs: agricultural production and productivity, storage processing and value addition, market access and competitiveness, agriculture financing and AGI program institutional strengthening and coordination.
When farmers adopt agro-industrialization techniques at production, at handling of the produce and process it to give it more value, it enables marketing. So that's why our interventions must have the adoption of all of these relevant technologies.
Among its goals is the need to increase production and productivity of agriculture. This has led to a surge in research and development of disease-resistant, drought-resistant, and high-yielding seed varieties that are being distributed to farmers. For animal farmers, new breeds that are more productive are also being developed and distributed. For fish farmers, fish fingerlings with high yields and better return on investment are being distributed, as well as the production and supply of better feeds. The mechanization of agriculture is in full swing in the country. In order to improve the scale of production, mechanization centers where farmers can hire appropriate technology and equipment are being set up. However, they still require robust and reliable machinery, an area where Japanese expertise and investors can chip in. The farming landscape in Uganda is predominantly smallholder farms. To address some of the challenges, government has embarked on micro and small-scale irrigation programs that are helping smallholder farmers to increase their production and productivity all year round. Japan, with its predominantly small-scale farmers, has expertise, know-how, and equipment that could help Uganda's smallholder farmers. Across the country, irrigation projects as well as the construction of dams and valley tanks are ongoing, with the broad aim of improving supply of water for crop and animal production. There has been marked progress as a result of these interventions across the board. Production of coffee, Uganda's leading export commodity, has grown and recently hit 8.45 million bags in 2021-2022 from 8.06 million bags in financial year 2020-2021. The tea expansion strategy has led to the distribution of 500 million tea seedlings in 21 tea-growing districts and expanded acreage under tea from 23,000 hectares to 45,000 hectares. With the introduction of improved milk-producing cattle, dairy production dramatically leaped by 92% from 2.81 billion litres in 2020-2021 to 5.5 billion litres in 2021-2022 and still growing. Prospects of Ugandan milk exports are high, with new markets emerging in North Africa and Algeria, offering Uganda a quota to supply milk products worth $500 million annually. Fish, another priority commodity, and fish products is being promoted vigorously in the country. The target is to hit a production of 1,750,000 metric tons per annum for both capture fish and farmed fish. For any meaningful growth in production and productivity to take place, post-harvest losses have to be stemmed. Farmers and farmer groups have been supported with post-harvest handling equipment and assisted with setting up of storage facilities. Modern facilities for grain storage have substantially improved storage of grains from 550,000 metatons to 1,230,000 metatons by 2021-2022. The dairy industry has also been supported in order to increase the capacity to process dairy products like milk powder, ghee, butter, UHT milk, pasteurized milk, yogurt, cream, ice cream, and cheese, among others, for both the local and export markets. Additionally, the quality and standards of Uganda's commodities is of utmost importance in the development of value chains. As such, serious attentions have been turned to strengthening inspection and certification processes. This has entailed improving inspections and certification processes right from the farmer to ensure that the commodities quality and food safety standards are followed. The result of these interventions is the growth of exports from $1,678 million in 2020-2021 to $2,085 million in 2021-2022 and still growing. The agro-industrialization program is thus doing a great deal to link production and productivity to value addition, agro-processing, as well as access to markets and competitiveness.
It links the two very important factors, very important things that can help us to develop. That is linking agriculture, which mainly is the biggest employer of the people of Uganda. As you know, 70% of our population is in agriculture, with industrialization, which is about value addition.
Examples abound as to how farmers have responded to the agro-industrialization drive. Most coffee in Uganda is produced on smallholder farms. But large coffee estates like Clark Farm in Chenjejo district, for example, are being encouraged and actively promoted by government. With 700 acres and a robusta coffee production, Clark Farm, for example, has focused on quality coffee exports, mainly to the lucrative Gulf States market.
We do washed coffee. So post-harvest, as soon as the coffee is picked, we don't just dry it on the ground, what we call sun-dried or chiboko. We immediately process that coffee and take out off the outer pulp. And then the next day, we will dry it either on tables or tarpaulins. And we dry it down to 12%, then we store it as parchment. Now parchment still has the final small coat that we take off when we hull.
I was invited from Dr. Ian Clark, and it was really a very good opportunity to see his farm and how he's creating very good fine robusta from Uganda, and he's improving his quality time by time, and I can see that while checking the farm.
In the dairy sector, industrial players like Amos Dairy in the southwestern Uganda and Jessa Farm in central Uganda are among the key players in the milk value chain. Government has supported them with incentives to increase their capacities. As a result, today, Uganda is the leading exporter of milk and milk products in the East African region. Beef and meat production is another priority area for Uganda. Several programs like the Market-Oriented Beef Improvement Project, MOPIP, and the Regional Livestock Resilient Livelihoods Project are in place to improve production and productivity as well as the quality of beef. The beef industry has also been boosted by efforts to multiply and increase the number of animal feedlot farmers in the country.
Encouraging the farmers to do feedlots and also to cultivate and grow pasture and feeds for animals, because if you do it, you feed almost 10 times as much as you would be feeding on range.
At the marketing level, Pearl Meat is a private beef exporter with new markets in the Middle East, where demand for Uganda's organic and low cholesterol meat is growing. Horticulture exports have also increased progressively due to better inspection and certification processes that are leading to the quality and standards required by the international markets. For instance, the Uganda's organic Uganda pineapple is acquiring respect and demand on the global market due to its unique taste and flavor, and the demand is growing. Fruits exports grew from $9.69 million to $13.86 million, while vegetable exports increased from $26.3 million to $27.37 million, thanks to rigorous phytosanitary and export certification processes. These and other outcomes point to the fact that the agro-industrialization program of Uganda has a mouth-watering offering of numerous investment opportunities. They are well spelled out and articulated by the Uganda Value Chains Development Strategy. It goes without saying that the agro-industrialization program is here to stay, and government sees it as the mechanism that will transform Uganda into a thriving middle-income economy.